Hello all, welcome back to the garage. So, update. This is my countertop. This is actually the bottom. Did the bottom first. Just because I wanted to get a bunch of coats on the top, so bottom is done. And I wanted to show you these guys, so what I made, you can just see them. I just put 2 screws, piece of plywood, right? Simple, easy. So when I put this down, I don't want it to stick. I don't want all the junk to stick on it. So I'm going to put these guys down first, and the board will sit up on the screws and elevate it, and the points will make it not stick to everything. If I just laid a piece of 2x4, that 2x4 is going to stick to this, because this is still kind of tacky. So in order not to get all that good stuff, fingerprints and sawdust and everything else, we're going to put it on those. So yeah. Alright, so put my boards down. And now I'm going to do this. Not going to stick. Alright, so we're going to get a bunch of coats on this top. Obviously the top gets the most wear, so we need to really make sure the top is covered. Really thick and heavy. This is fast drying polyurethane, so it is pretty thin. If I used a bigger, thicker, or a normal weight poly, it takes a long time to dry, like days, just for one coat. So I'm using the thin stuff and just getting away with putting a bunch of light coats on it. Instead of 2 heavy coats, I'm going to do, I don't know, we'll see, 4 or 5 thinner coats. You can kind of see how it brings out a little bit more of the color out of the stain. And you're not going to get really any more color out of the second coat, but you'll get protection. So I'm just going to throw this on real quick. I'm not being too particular on coverage. You can see the spots that haven't been done, and I'm going to go back over the entire board once it's done to get any real high spots or thick spots or anything like that. Kind of one of the tricks is you nice long brush strokes to thin it out. When you're putting it on, it doesn't really matter, and especially with polyurethane. Polyurethane needs to be thinned out. It'll sit and get heavy in spots if you don't brush it out and make sure it's flat. So, there we go. I'm going to give this, I don't know, we'll have to see. Probably half an hour, and we'll see if it's dry. I got the Mr. Heater cranking in here, and it's 75 degrees, so it should dry pretty quick. And then we'll throw another one on there. Yeah. Long, nice strokes. And even if you got a dry spot right in the middle, just drop some more down, but be sure to thin it out. Pull it out. You don't want any brush marks. Alright, so there's varnishing the top. I'm gonna get a bunch more coats on here, and then I'll show you installing it. I think I'm going to do like 4 screws, 2 and 2, centered, you know, to hold it down. So, because I'm only going into a 2x4 wall, it's about that big, so I don't have that much space to really mess with. But yeah. Alright guys, stay tuned. We'll bring you the updates on this. Thanks for coming by. Have a good one.